Hello, this is Bug News, and today we're going to do an update on the Toxic Diamond situation. And as you know, um, allegedly, we have to say allegedly. The reason I'm saying allegedly because I have verified facts, but I don't have that last um, footprint verified facts. So we're going to say allegedly. Toxic Diamond is in custody in Nevada. Clark County, to be exact. And if you don't know who Toxic Diamond is, Toxic Diamond is a social media personality. I guess we got to say that now, because anytime you get over 200,000, I guess you got about maybe 10,000 on another channel, and then in addition to that, those are the people that subscribe. There might still be people out there that watch her. Another 200,000 that won't subscribe. So anytime you get up a certain amount of subscribers, you can say that your personality. And even if you get 10,000, you can say you're probably a personality, because there are publications, and if people don't know what I mean by publications: newspapers, magazines, local newspapers, local websites that don't even have. If it's a print, they might only have 5,000 subscribers, and they're profitable, but they're influential in that community and things like that. So anyway, so unfortunately, she is being detained now. The structure of her case. Now, we're not saying that she didn't do anything wrong, but the structure of the case previously, because she was on probation, and probation sometimes can be a little, hate to say this, but worse than jail in some cases. Because if you're on probation, basically what you're supposed to do, you can't do anything, but you can't even do anything that causes controversy, is what I mean. So you're basically supposed to just, abide by what they tell you to do as far as any training classes, X, Y, Z. Come home, go to work, come home, and that's it. Don't go out to no club, because somebody can shoot up the club. They got people lined up on the wall. You're on the wall. They dock your name. Your probation officer say, "Oh, you was at a club and they were shooting." That's kind of questionable. Why was you out that time of night? You see what I'm saying? So little things like that. So that's what I mean by that. So. And then intoxicated, maybe she had to watch what she was saying online and who she was addressing it to, whether she was saying names or not, because those images could be used against her as far as presentation to someone who has to make a judgment call, who doesn't understand or may not understand the culture. So now we're gonna get to the point. Will Toxic be home by December? But review her case. So she was. I guess she did a plea deal for, I guess, not domestic violence, but child abuse, neglect, and then also some harassment charges, which were not only probably one was tied to the felony charge. Somehow the other two got tied in there. So those individuals were allowed to testify. I could be wrong, and her felony charges to give a character basis, so the judge, so it's a structure. All right, and this may be where Toxic's first lawyer or whatever failed her, because that shouldn't have been included, but maybe that's the deal that they was given, but he should afford and say, no, why are you going to do that? Because this is going to happen. But if I play basketball every day, or if I do a certain task every day, I know how to structure it, so I can get the results I want if you mess up. So let's look at the case again. Like I said, her case. Individuals who we're not taking sides. She may have done these things or whatever. Were tied to their case, but they were more or less misdemeanor alleged harassment charges, which were never brought to trial. They were just there, right? And if you're in the YouTube culture, you know that some of this stuff is just fluff and show, loud talking, chest pumping. Now, we're not going to go into details about what on one particular person would have to do with another YouTube content creator, what may have been shown in a picture and then taken to the authorities. So that's kind of like really crossing the line if that did happen, but it was thrown into this case. So she might have beat that case, but maybe, okay, we'll just get it over with, take the deal. Then when you get the carrot and the horse, we'll take the felony off if you do this, and you just be with the misdemeanor. But, well, why can't I just plead to the felony and we go to court for those misdemeanors? You see what I'm saying? And then so then you can fully explain the YouTube culture to the court, and they be like, oh, okay, well look at these videos of this person, and things like that in various cases. So that probably is the key as to why she is not out right now and can't pay for bail. So, well, not can't pay for bail, that is affecting her bail. So in her bail situation, she may have the money, $10K, $1,000 down, I think it's 20% or 10%, like that, and then the bail bondsman will cover the rest, and then you lose your $1,000 because that's the fee he charged to give you the $10,000, of course. So he or she to give you $10,000, right? She went to a state that's probably conservative and things like that. So it's like a whole structure of things. Because remember, she was in Georgia prior to coming to Nevada. All right. So will she be home by Christmas? We don't know, because if you look at her case and then one reason she can't get bail is because the first major part, she allegedly violated probation, and the first major part of her bail says no bail. The other stuff has bail on it. So bam, we go back to what the first situation. We're not saying who did what, who was right or wrong, but the structure in the long term. If something goes wrong, oh well, if this person does this, or what's the statistical chance of her going to jail off the felony charge, and what's the statistical chance of her beating these misdemeanor charges based on a YouTube culture. So basically, this YouTube social media stuff, this sometimes just going back and forth is kind of new. So a lawyer got to be kind of keen to that. And I don't know all the details. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. But so when one image may be presented of toxic, another image has to be presented at least of one of the individuals in their stuff to show, oh well, yes, in this case this, but look at this case when this person did this and how they presented it. So clearly, did they mean that, or was it just chest bumping? Just that YouTube culture. I gotta keep these people clicking and viewing. I gotta keep them happy. I gotta feed that lower vibration in them. In certain ways, I gotta create up this persona. This is how I'm getting paid now. The game always changes. There's always a new superstar rising out of the lowest form of current entertainment. Now, the social media stuff. So. And some of y'all may not feel that way. Some of y'all who honest may, my personal opinion, but that's where we are. So one major factor is why she is still behind bars is because the first one of her line items on her thing is no bail. So they're not. The other one is like a joke. Well, that's a joke. Why y'all give a bail there? Like I said, this is a structure. People go to work and do these things every day, and if you do this, she can't get that, because the person who's behind that and who does this every day. No, because of this, that's like I said, people start complaining. Well, most people in this situation, they usually make bail, but in this case, well, nah, because of this, that's why they can't make bail. So what's going to end up happening is she probably has to go through a parole review board, and they're going to determine. See, here we are back to people who may not understand. May understand you're a person, and they see 1,000 people a day, but the structure of your case, and people who may testify at the parole review board and say, no, I don't think it's a good idea, and this is why. But they're not factoring in, like I said, the chest bumping, the games we play on YouTube. Perfect example, I think, Chelsea and Tasha K and Storm. You know, they kind of chest bumping right now over things, but we all clicking and viewing. We all, you know, we all up in it. You know, so we and like I said, I'm not saying this shouldn't be some type of legal action if you have done something wrong. I might just say maybe one person should give comment on the outcome on this side of the case, but had it been presented the other side on the misdemeanor side of the case, yeah, they could give comment there because that directly affected them. But when they lumped them all together, and you know, one of the charges, I'm not gonna give you bail here, but I can't give you bail here. Knowingly, you ain't gonna get bail. You gotta go before the parole, through the process. You gotta go through the parole review board. Now, the other sad part of this is and I'm not aware, but you think somebody be, you know, writing letters and say, hey, I sent this letter, you know, such and such this, such and such that. No one's doing that. You know, I'm pretty sure no one's, her day one's just waiting. You know, but if you want to send her a kit, you know, there's ways you can find out and send her, you know, something and keep money on books, send a little postcard. Because it's still questionable will she be home by Christmas. And then when she come home, she probably be on house arrest, which is better than jail, you know. But she might not be able to go on YouTube. Because, you know, they could add another condition or whatever. And like I said, I still don't know all of what triggered the parole violation. But I guess we just have to wait. And this is Bug News. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification. What do you think? Hey, Toxic needs to sit in jail. She did what she did. Yada, yada, yada. Maybe her case was kind of jacked up when she took the plea deal. You know. Or nah, she need to be out. Forget all that. You know, blah, blah, blah. There's too much other stuff, people that they could be locking up or whatever. Yeah, what do you think? This is Bug News. Thank you very much.